Okay, so here I kind of want to go here and engage the lower body and then whoosh, really swinging hard. Really swinging hard, okay? Okay, that's a little slower, but that's kind of what I was expecting a little. Okay, that's what I said. Really weird. Didn't feel like it, but I guess that's good stuff. Swinging leg as usual. Oh. Whew. Okay, we are rolling. I mean, if I can achieve some decent speed. So what I would do, not the red, first this is the blue first. So I really need to kind of focus on power sources in order to, with this new motion, generate more power. So, okay. Slow. That's slow. Okay, slightly faster, but yeah, definitely this is, if that's a good direction for me to take my swing on, as definitely doesn't help in terms of speed. Anyway, maybe that's the case right now, and maybe later I will find out that, oh, of course that was the option, but for now it doesn't help. But sometimes you need to kind of get out of your comfort zone and find a way, even if at the beginning that kind of feel weaker, but that's not just because you're not used to the motion, and then once you get used to it, you will get faster. So at the moment I really don't know. It just, what I know is Rory swinging way faster than me, so I guess he's doing something that I'm not. So anyway, okay. Oh. Okay, let's try this. Something I haven't tried yet. Okay, maybe that's the case. So, I was kind of trying to do width here and kind of just try to swing here, the width, and then pull the leg as I'm rotating through. Shit, got it. I didn't. Okay, great. So, I guess that might be the key here. Okay, get wide, but then you pull the leg as hard as you possibly can. Ooh. Okay, we're on to something here. So that is, yeah, you resist when you do the transition, and whoosh, and when you want to accelerate, you pull the leg as much as you possibly can. Okay, On to something now. Okay. So let's try to apply that with the green stick. Okay, that's a little more difficult to time because it's lighter, but I guess that's kind of it. Okay, I mean that's not crazy, but that's not awful either. Okay, okay, we have still one round to go with the light one. It seems the key here is what I've explained to you, allow me to swing fast with heavier. So that's what I'm looking for, because since I was kind of putting a lot of force into the club, the heavier the club, the more resistance it has. And so by building the lie, you actually kind of compensate the fact it's heavier, but it doesn't seem that it helped me swing faster. It just removes the weight, let's say, abstractly. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, that's slow. Definitely slow. I mean, I'm barely faster than with the heavier one. That's insane. Okay, so we need to find a way to be faster here. Okay, here we go. So it's kind of okay. At the moment of the transition, I resist, but then directly after, whoosh, accelerate. But that's kind of weird. The timing is extremely important here, it seems. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, gaat al recht. Okay. Oh shit. He got it. Can I remove it? I don't think I can. Yeah, it doesn't work. Anyway. We're going to affect average. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it seems that's slightly slower. Yeah, I need to wait. Okay, that's very interesting. It seems that the heavier the club, the more I need to kind of use that strength that I have at the beginning, and then at the very last moment kind of engage the lag motion that is going to generate speed, where with the other, since they are too light, if I use the force, then the force is too slow, and then I'm kind of too late to build the line and accelerate. That's interesting. So it seems to me that to be able to get the fastest motion I can with that one, I kind of need to build the lag almost instantly after I've done the force, the transition. So okay, let's do that. There we go. That's question of timing. I mean, that's insane how fast I feel it is, but I only like a split second to just full sturges and accelerate. That's just stupidly insane. But anyway, we got close to 130, so that's kind of good. Now, the tough part start with the driver. We'll see how that goes. But it seems that I kind of have some clue now. It seems that I can really use the strength for the transition, because it's pretty much the same in terms of sensation. A driver is almost as heavy as a race stick, at least in terms of speed. This is pretty much what I'm doing. So let's change the ball to hard, the tag to speed, and we have only one goal here, averaging above 130. So let's try to make it to 114 at each shot. That's 140 is kind of the target for each shot, like the bare minimum, but we'll see if I can actually make it happen or not. Okay, so well, 115, that's interesting. Okay, so it seems that I'm going to be able to be above 113. At least I have a decent shot. But clearly I'm not. I'm kind of scary to build the lag, to miss the ball right, but it doesn't seem to be actually the case. So I think I can build pretty much a stupid amount of lag actually. It felt okay. That's still fast. Okay, so I kind of have found a solution. That's insane. That's really tiring. Let's drink a little bit of water. Let's eat one last, because you remember that's 5 balls after this overspeed. Then take a little break and then try to maintain above 114. But at least over 113, but 114 is really the goal. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's that. Okay, still above 130. Whew. I mean, next week's going to be insane. Like trying to get average for the session about 114. I really need to dial in every detail. Well, I guess maybe I'm getting closer to that. Because here, maybe I'm not perfectly like Ferraris, but I have all the components to be like. It's just that I need to practice it to get a lot more comfortable with it. Let's try to build that lag really aggressively once I've done the transition. Okay, yeah, I'm able to kind of get quite a lot of Oh, 115. Oh, and I think I know what to do. Should be fast. Okay, 116, that's as fast as I thought. But that's exhausting. Oh, I'm asked. I think there is a reason. See, the fact that I'm reducing the volume here, subconsciously tell my body that I can actually give a lot more into each shot. So, it's not necessarily a good thing. That's why I wanted to do a lot of volume, because this, when you reduce the volume, this allows your brain to know, okay, I can go up in intensity. That's why, and that's way too early in the year for me to ramp up the intensity. That's why I wanted to keep the volume high, but unfortunately I can't. So I need to kind of, okay, stay chill a little here. Even though I want to repeat, the goal is only over 113. So let's just do that. Only over 113, just trying to make good swing. Feels very slow. Yeah, felt very slow. Okay, we need to still activate a little because, okay, I still have 114.5 for now, so it's going to be good, but still. Just it feels very weird. I know it's because I'm building more lags than usual that it feels that weird, but okay, here we go. 114 with a nice swing here. That was an insane one. Oh shit. Start moving. I didn't fix it well. I mean, that's a new head. Not a new, because that's an old head, but see, when I did last year the speed training, I finished with that head and I actually removed the weight. So for a while this head didn't have weights on. And that's with this setup that I've been able to reach 145.8 or I don't know. No, I think that's 145.8. So the best ever that I did. So. But this year we are going to beat that for sure. Okay. I have a little bit of cushion, but still, I still need to be careful. You know. I have a little bit of margin. I'm still 14.2 average for the speed part, but yeah, we still have a 28 ball to go. So no, 18 ball to go. Anyway, that's still. Okay. Because it's like when the moment where I start building the leg, there is an obscene amount of acceleration and I'm kind of getting out of balance a little. So I'm trying to find the right timing to be able to do it without getting out of balance. So that's a little difficult to figure out. So. But you see that on the one just before I kind of got a good timing of it, so that's what can happen when I get a good timing. Yeah. That's hot. A little hot here. Also, I remember that I kind of need to kind of release my weight from the right leg once I'm doing the transition to really get all my weight on my left leg. And that's something I'm not doing at the moment. And that's really the main difference when Rory is getting on his left side. He's releasing a lot his weight on his right leg. Then I'm not using my right leg anymore. And what is tiring is not because I'm pushing a lot of energy into it. It's just that trying to maintain a high level of speed while changing my technique and adapting to the new technique is what makes it tiring. Because if I kind of put a lot of energy into it, what can happen? I don't know. Okay, we have a 117. Nice. I think we got closer to 117 earlier, but here is actually a good 117. That's interesting. So you see, that's really about this. What is tiring me is not the level of energy. It's just. But what is even more interesting here is by putting more energy, I got more result. Where in the previous sessions, when I was putting more energy, I was not necessarily getting better results. That's also something that I'm looking for here. Okay, that's a lot more tiring for my body. I'm kind of adapting to the new sequence and so on. But more energy equals more speed. That's extremely important because as I'm going to go through the year, because when you are not very comfortable with your swing and the swing is depending heavily on the sequence, if you put more energy, you can just get out of sequence. And generally, you hit further the ball by getting better sequence rather than just trying to put more energy. Where when you are dining, or at least if your swing is less dependent on the sequence, when you put more energy, you get more out of your swing. And that, it seems that's actually what's going on here. So let's see if I can actually smash one even harder here. Okay, no. There is something that felt weird at the top, so I wasn't able to actually transfer the energy well. Anyway, so we start getting something interesting here, and at least so. Okay, when I get into a rhythm here, see that I'm able to consistently get at 114, 115, so that's good. It's a little bit above the energy level that I would want, but I mean that's also what overload is all about, because this idea of each week increasing the baselines that I want to hit for each session by 1 miles per hour, 1 miles per hour, is what's going to create overload, force my mind, my body to adapt to be able to hit those speed. Here I'm still way above. Here 115 is that's 2 miles per hour above the minimum baselines. But it's kind of okay. I need to make it work because 113 is. I mean, at the moment that's still okay because I'm 114.4, so I'm way above the average. But see, next week is going to be 114, so 114.4 is just barely making it. I mean, that's. It's just that at the moment, if I swing slightly lower, I'm getting low below 113. But anyway, yes, and I think so. We have. So this is the second week. I believe this is 6 weeks. No, probably not 6 weeks. 5 or 6. No, that's 6 weeks. So that's 5 weeks of overload. So we started at 112 first week, 113 this week, 114 next week, 115 the week after, and the 5th week is 116. So I'm gonna have to swing every single swing on that last week above 116. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, and that's what overload is, because at that point I will kind of, relatively speaking, compared to what I want to for this mesocycle, is going to be slightly higher, but that's what overload is. You see, the mesocycle overall here is pretty easy, and then I finish with kind of high overload at the end of the mesocycle. Then I will come back down to, I believe it's 114 for the deload. So 114 here after having done a week at 117 is going to be somewhat easy to hit that 114, and then I will have the peaking phase where I will get back, still do a little 115, 116. I believe that kind of that's the tapering. I don't know, 116 kind of high for a taper, but that's okay. And then we have the peaking phase, which is equal to the deload for this mesocycle, which is happening at the same time as the US Open, remember? And at that point we'll get back again to 114 to then start the new cycle after that. So the goal of the taper and peaking, I remember, it's kind of just to recover, reduce the systemic fatigue, and by that time I should have really consolidated the swing overall, and get used to the speed stick, get used to everything. So normally I should be cruising between 115 and 120. That's kind of what I want to say here, and probably we would have a 120 at some point during this cycle. This is at least what I'm hoping for in terms of maximum speed, having a 140 somewhere during that point. I mean, if I can reach 120 average for a session, which is kind of the goal that I have set for myself at the beginning of the first cycle, was 115. But at the beginning, I didn't really thought I could actually make it happen. And I mean, maybe I can. I don't know. At the moment, I'm not sure I can make it happen. But that was the same feeling that I got at the beginning of the last cycle, so, for the 115. So maybe the 120 is actually possible. I have no clue. We'll see. Because what I don't know is, first of all, there is a question of getting faster, getting more comfortable with the motion, having the speed stick doing its work, me on the better understanding how to generate speed. But then there is also the aspect in the gym. I'm getting stronger, so I don't know. It's just that I've built a strong plan, and we'll see if that strong plan converts into actual gains. It's sleeping again. It's like I'm feeling that there is a way for me to get way faster here. It's just that I can't figure it out. Yeah, here I kind of, and that's really, yeah, kind of in between the red stick and the blue stick, because here I was closer to the green stick, where the timing of using strength to the transition to then build the lag to accelerate. So yeah, that's almost the red one. Let's try just a swing like the red one. Let's see how that goes. yeah, that's a little, but that's kind of felt, okay, I'm a little late. So I'm not able to accelerate to my full potential. Now let's try to kind of accelerate a little sooner. Still try to, somewhere in between the blue and the red. Yeah, felt weird. It definitely felt weird. Little toe here as well. I mean, I think there is kind of something here a little more dynamic. I didn't go here. Hey, I'm doing some shitty thing on what 14, so that's that's still good. Think I found it. So, see that. So until now I was kind of doing the lateral motion just to throw the club and get force, but since the club is not only moving there, it's moving there. So I kind of need to go do that, but also forward. And then once the transition is over, then you pull the line, whoosh, come from the inside. Okay, felt faster than actually 114, that's well. But yeah, I think that's it. Just I need to kind of get it into the right motion. 28, okay, perfect. 2 last ball and we are done. No, because I need to get. Okay, see that's. I guess maybe that's actually completely over the top, not to the right at all. Let's try completely over the top. Okay, we are almost, not yet, but almost cruising at 116. And at some point I will have to cruise at 116 anyway. 30 balls, averaging 14.4. Let's go. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. Given the start of the session, I wasn't expecting that at all. But yeah, made it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the gym workout where we are going to do heavy partial deadlift with bench. And yesterday I was kind of struggling to go to sleep because I kind of understood a few things for pretty much every single movement that I can do to really get to the next level in my lift and actually reach my goal of putting one more plate on my bench, squat, and deadlift. So I can't wait to be there to explain to you what that is. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.